In the last chapter, our protagonist nearly took out the bull demon inside his own mansion. Now, on to the next part. All across the mansion, the bull demon's guards are sprawled on the ground, beaten to a pulp. Trembling, the bull demon stares at our protagonist and, in a shaky voice, asks, "You're from the Pace Guild. What is the meaning of this?" "All my bodyguards have been killed." Panic fills his eyes as he stares at our protagonist in shock. "They were all excellent warriors, above level 15. You took them down alone." Hearing that, our protagonist replies, "This mansion has been peaceful for so long that none of them had any sense of danger. I crept up quietly and slit their throats before they could even react." At those words, the bull demon looks even more terrified and maybe just a little angry. "Useless fools. I feed them well every day, and this is how they repay me." Then, try to regain some control, he quickly adds, "If it's money you want, name your price. I promise I won't pursue this matter further." But our protagonist calmly sits down in front of him and, in a cold, threatening voice, says, "If it's money, I expect you to return the 5,000 gold coins you owe the guild." Then, locking eyes with the bull demon, he continues, "And don't forget, technically, the request has been fulfilled. Your so-called daughter is now in a much safer place." The bull demon's face twists in fear as our protagonist presses further. "I heard you're raising children." Then, placing his blade against the bull demon's neck, he adds, "Those kids make you money. I'm a bit curious." Panic spreads across the bull demon's face. "Curious? Of course they do. If my plan is properly executed, they'll bring in a fortune. If you help me, I can make them even more useful. I can fake kidnappings, or sell their organs for a high price on the black market." His voice turns desperate. "What about a 50-50 split? If you spare my life, I'll give you half of my entire fortune. You wanted money, didn't you?" Hearing that, our protagonist's expression darkens. "Organs. You're planning to harvest children's organs." The bull demon, still shaken but slightly regaining himself, nods. "Exactly. It's easier and less risky than faking kidnappings." But instead of answering, our protagonist remains silent. The lack of response sends the bull demon spiraling into fear once again. "Is that not enough? Fine, take it all. You'll live comfortably for the rest of your life. Surely that satisfies you, right?" Then our protagonist smirks slightly, closing his eyes. "No, I'm feeling a bit greedy. There's still one thing I want, something I don't have yet." Desperate, the bull demon quickly blurts out, "Name it. If it's within my reach, I'll give it to you. What do you want?" With a swift motion, our protagonist slices his throat. "Your life." The next morning, a group of townspeople gathers in front of the bull demon's mansion. One of them mutters, "There were no signs of struggle. It must have been a surprise attack. Their backs, their necks, all fatal blows." Another chimes in, "Wiped out in a single night." Someone else adds, "Winton himself was found in his bedroom, but the condition of his body was horrific. Who could have done this?" A man looks at the corpse and says grimly, "Winton's body has evidence of a single strike that pierced his heart from behind." Another villager shudders, "Pierced through the heart. That must have been a painful way to die. Someone must have held a deep grudge against him." Just then, someone notices a letter in the dead bull demon's hand. A confession letter was found next to his body, they announce. It exposes all the crimes he committed, fake kidnappings, illegal activities. With everything he did, his death isn't exactly surprising. Whoever did this made him write a confession before he died. Among the crowd, Naruto, the cat beastman from the arena, silently watches the scene. His eyes narrow as he thinks, a single strike piercing his heart from behind. There's no mistake. I recognize that wound better than anyone. Memories of his fight in the arena flash through his mind. He studies the fatal wounds and mutters to himself. They all bear the mark of an amuse, especially Winton's. His expression darkens. Amuse is a unique skill of the Assassin's Guild, the one I once belonged to. But something doesn't add up. Upon investigation, Winton wasn't targeted by the guild, so who could it be? Then, realization hits him. His thoughts race. Could it be the human warrior? He recalls their battle. I clearly remember his final blow in the arena. It was almost identical to my ambush skill. But he wasn't from the Assassin's Guild. Then, another memory surfaces, our protagonist looking at him with arrogance. Naruto clenches his fists. He was undoubtedly a warrior, so why? Who is he? Finally, the pieces fall into place. Unless he somehow stole the skill. A sinister grin spreads across Naruto's face. If I report this to the Brand Assassin's Guild leader, I might earn my way back into the guild. His gaze turns sharp. The Assassin's Guild never forgives traitors, or anyone who steals their skills. Determined, he turns away from the crowd. This could be my chance to redeem myself. Without another word, Naruto disappears into the distance. I must report this to the guild leader immediately. Inside the Pace Guild's meeting room, our protagonist finishes explaining the mission and confirms that the job is complete. One of the guild leaders stares in shock. You really recovered 5,000 gold coins? In response, our protagonist places a heavy gold coin box in front of them. The moment they see it, everyone's eyes widen in disbelief. The fox beastman from earlier, the one who looks like an Egyptian god, smirks. I knew it. The moment I saw you, I could tell you'd succeed. Then, another guild leader turns to our protagonist, their face filled with surprise. I just heard that Winton was assassinated. It happened right after you left. If you hadn't recovered the gold, Lewis wouldn't have received our reward. Hugh, still unfazed, replies, even with all the scandals about Winton coming to light, his death isn't enough. Our protagonist remains calm. I don't mind. The request has been completed, and I even leveled up. As he reflects, he thinks to himself, after dealing with Winton and his associates, the system even gave me a bonus. Killing enemies seems to yield more experience points and increases my potential for leveling up. Memories of how he wiped out the Bull Demon's gang flash through his mind. Hearing this, the guild leader nods. You leveled up. Congratulations. You have not only protected the guild's honor, but also earned a fortune. Let's split the 5,000 gold coins equally between you and the guild. But our protagonist chuckles awkwardly. I don't need 2,500 gold coins. I was originally supposed to get 250, so I'll donate the rest to homeless children or struggling families. At those words, the three leaders exchange bewildered glances before exclaiming in unison, "Donate." Our protagonist picks up his share and shrugs. Yeah, there are plenty of people who need this money more than I do. As he turns to leave, he waves a hand. I'll take 250 coins as agreed. See you next time. Watching him walk away, Hugh mutters, he's remarkable, not just in skill, but in generosity. The guild leader nods. Truly, to give away such a fortune without hesitation. As he wishes, let the rest be donated to those in need. The others agree. Yes, understood. Walking through the city, our protagonist reflects, I've reached level 11. Just one more step to level 12. My target, Sakura, should be around here somewhere. But where could she be? A smirk crosses his face. She'll definitely be surprised when she sees me now. Thanks to the black armor disguise, I look completely different. As he moves past the building, he notices a large crowd gathering outside. His eyes narrow. Maybe I should wait for her at the Adventurers Guild. But why are there so many people outside? Just then, his attention shifts to a heated argument. A fat beastman woman, clearly furious, shouts at someone. Don't you know who I am? I am the wife of the president of the Beastman Trading Company in the north. You filthy half-beast. How dare you bump into my child? Apologize. His eyes land on Sakura, who looks unshaken as she calmly responds, Madam, as I already explained, your son bumped into me. I was simply standing here, waiting for someone. Hearing that, the beastman woman's fury explodes. How dare this disgusting half-blood accuse us of lying? Are you suggesting that we're making this up? We wouldn't go near someone like you. Half-beasts are truly despicable. The little boy beside her, with an arrogant smirk, points at Sakura and sneers. That's right. There's no way I bumped into someone like you. You're a liar. A guard standing nearby steps in, pointing a finger at Sakura. Hey, if you bumped into the young master, just apologize. It's for your own good, half-beast. Sakura remains firm, her voice steady. No, even if you doubt me, I will not tolerate being insulted. She glances around. With so many people here, surely someone must have seen what happened? But the townsfolk look away, unwilling to get involved. Seeing their silence, Sakura's expression falters. So no one is willing to speak up for me. Before she can say more, the beastman woman suddenly slaps her across the face. Filthy half-blood, just apologize already, or I'll have you arrested. Sakura holds her cheek, but her expression remains resolute. The guard sighs, sweat dripping down his face. What a bother. Don't be stubborn. Know your place, fool. From the ground, Sakura looks up at him, her eyes burning with determination. I absolutely will not apologize. The fat beastman woman scoffs. Are you defying me? I have the power to make sure you never see the sun again, you arrogant half-beast. The little boy crosses his arms smugly. That's right. My father is the president of this city's trading company. The guard steps forward, reaching toward Sakura. Drop your weapon. Even if you're a high-level adventurer, there are rules here. Sakura grits her teeth, her mind racing. Endure this. You can't let Master's plan be ruined. Endure. Endure. She clenches her fists, trying to suppress her anger. You've endured so much for so long. Just hold on a little longer. But just as she steels herself, bam! Out of nowhere, a powerful kick slams into the beastman woman's face, sending her flying. Gasps echo through the crowd. The little boy panics, his voice shrill as he screams, "A murderer!" Before he can react, our protagonist appears right in front of him. The boy's eyes widen in terror. But even he doesn't escape. Our protagonist slaps him across the face, sending him flying. The entire crowd is stunned into silence. Standing in front of Sakura, our protagonist clenches his fist and glares at the surrounding guards. His voice is laced with fury. You insulted Sakura, and even dared to lay a hand on her. His eyes darken with intimidation. Face the consequences. As the tension thickens, our protagonist stands firm, shielding Sakura from those who dared to harm her. The scene shifts to a dark, gloomy hallway. Naruto, the cat beastman from earlier, walks cautiously. His thoughts echo in his mind. Even though it's daytime, this place is as dark as ever. Suddenly, a cold blade presses against his throat. A voice hisses from the shadows. Take another step, and I'll kill you. What do you want? Naruto stiffens, his ears flattening in fear. He slowly raises his hands. Hi, it's me. I'm Naruto. I used to be part of the Assassin's Guild. I've come to provide information. The blade lingers for a moment before its owner pulls it away. The man steps into the dim light and glares at Naruto. Naruto, you're no longer one of us. If it's not a job, you shouldn't be here. From the ceiling, another assassin stands upside down, his piercing gaze locked onto the trembling cat beastman. So it's you, the one who embezzled the guild's money, got caught, had his arm cut off, and was thrown out. He scoffs. If you've come for a reunion, I'll have to decline. Naruto's body trembles as sweat drips from his fur. That's not it. He takes a shaky breath. I found a warrior in the city who has stolen a skill from the Assassin's Guild. I thought you'd be interested. The assassin on the ground narrows his eyes. Stolen a guild skill? That cannot be ignored. Are you certain? The other assassin drops soundlessly from the ceiling, landing in front of Naruto. To think someone like that was in Northern without us noticing. Naruto swallows hard, memories of his battle flashing in his mind. Believe me, at the very least, I'm sure about the ambush skill. I fought against him myself. He hesitates before adding, I want to provide this information. But if it's accurate, and I help eliminate the skill thief, I want my sins erased and to return to the guild. The assassin eyes him coldly. A condition, huh? However, he smirks slightly. Your proposal is reasonable. If the information is true, I will pass your request to the higher-ups. Now, let's hear what you have to say. Back to our protagonist and Sakura. Sakura looks up at him, her eyes wide. Master, Tsuyoshi stands in front of her with unwavering confidence. He says nothing. He doesn't need to. The guards panicked stare at him. One points a trembling finger. Are you out of your mind? Do you know who these people are? You just hit the wife and child of the trading company president. You won't get away with this. Still on the ground, the woman clutches her face in fury, her eyes burning with rage. I will kill both of you, she spits venomously. No one has ever dared lay a hand on us before. Prepare yourselves. Her spoiled son, wailing in her arms, sobs, Mom. It hurts. Ignoring him, she turns to the guards, her voice sharp as a blade. Guards, gather the troops and arrest these two immediately. Or I'll have my husband cut off all funding to this city. The guards look at each other hesitantly before nodding. Understood. One of them steps forward. Come quietly, and we won't rough you up. Tsuyoshi, completely unfazed, simply holds Sakura close. They started it, didn't they? Isn't this technically self-defense? The guard flinches at his words, unable to come up with a response. The woman, seething, points a finger at him. When did I ever hit that filthy half-beast? There's no one to testify, anyway. I wouldn't dirty my hands by touching such a creature. Tsuyoshi's eyes darken with a deadly glare. His voice is ice-cold. Keep talking, and I'll break your teeth. His gaze sweeps over the crowd. There are plenty of witnesses here. Sakura, still holding on to him, grips his sleeve tightly. Master, there is no one who will testify for us. I'm sorry for causing trouble. But Tsuyoshi looks at her gently, his voice firm. Don't give up, Sakura. Her eyes widen as his words stir something inside her. She clenches her fists. But earlier, I thought someone would step up to speak for me. I am a half-beast, and she is the wife of the trading company president. No one wants to risk angering someone like her, for the sake of a half-beast. Hearing Sakura's words, the woman's confidence swells. With an arrogant smirk, she sneers, exactly. Who would testify for something as lowly as a half-beast? Or a human foolish enough to defend one? But then suddenly, our protagonist's friends appear out of nowhere. One of them looks towards Tsuyoshi and says, Isn't that Captain Tsuyoshi? It really is. What's going on here? Another chimes in, I heard he just completed a major request for the Pace Guild. As expected of him. Seeing the adventure group, Tsuyoshi gets confused, rubbing the back of his head. Oh, it's you guys. I just did what I could. The woman from earlier, now shocked, mutters to herself, What does he mean? At the same time, Hugh appears, walking up with a smirk. Sweetest, you're still in Northern? I just came back from donating the money, as you wanted. Looking towards them, Tsuyoshi replies, I was about to leave with my team, but I got caught up in some trouble. Sakura, hearing and seeing all the commotion, asks, Master, do you know them? They seem very well respected. One of the adventurers turns to her. Is there a problem? Who's causing trouble here? Picking a fight with you is the same as picking a fight with the Pace Guild. Hearing this, the boy clings to his mother, crying. Mother! The woman holds him tightly, panic setting in. Who is that man? The guard, also sweating, looks around and explains, well, those two are in trouble with the trading company president's wife. If no one can prove that she struck first, the law requires that we take them both into custody. But before he can finish, people start stepping forward one by one. Arrest Captain Tsuyoshi? Are you serious? One adventurer scoffs. Another one butts in. Do you have any idea how much he's donated to the poor in this city? He deserves a reward, not an arrest. I will testify, someone calls out. Me too, another adds. Count me in, a man shouts. In front of them all, a warrior clad in red armor steps forward. Is this not enough? The entire guild is willing to testify if needed. At that moment, this guild receptionist steps out. I will testify too. I saw the lady strike first. Sakura is a gold badge-ranked adventurer, and I can confirm her innocence. The woman, now in the middle of the crowd, grits her teeth in frustration. You fools! I am the wife of the trading company president. I will. But before she can finish, another witness steps forward. I also saw her strike first. Then another. If so many people are stepping forward, I'll testify too. More and more people come out, and seeing this, the guard starts sweating even more. He turns to the woman. That's enough, madam. I must ask you to come with us. But before she can move, Tsuyoshi steps forward with a cold glare. But first, how about an apology to my companion? Otherwise, you won't be leaving here anytime soon. The adventure group standing behind him glares at her with gangster-like expressions. Apologize. Now. Can't you speak? Even as the wife of the trading company president, our guild won't show you mercy. Did you hear that? He wants an apology. Shaking in fear, the woman breaks into a cold sweat. She lowers her head and bows in front of Sakura, her voice trembling. Fine. I'm sorry. We were wrong. Please forgive us. The little boy, following his mother's example, also bows. I am sorry. So sorry. With that, the guard steps forward, grabbing the woman by the arm. Now, then, madam. This way, please. As the guard takes the lady away, Tsuyoshi looks at all the people who stood up for him. Thanks for your help. The adventurers all grin at him. Don't mention it, Captain Tsuyoshi. Your problems are our problems, too. Hugh smirks, crossing his arms. If you ever run into trouble in Northern, just mention the Pace Guild. At the same time, Sakura also thanks the receptionist. Then, Tsuyoshi glances slightly over his shoulder at her. All right, let's head out. Come on, Sakura. Sakura nods, smiling. Yes, master. As Tsuyoshi starts walking away, Sakura turns back to the crowd one last time, bowing. Thank you very much. Outside the city, Sakura walks beside Tsuyoshi, looking at him curiously. Master, you look so different. I almost didn't recognize you at first. Tsuyoshi gives her a gentle smile. Is that so? I got some special equipment that slightly changes my appearance. The clothes you made for me got torn during a quest. Sorry about that. Sakura shakes her head. Don't worry about it. It's not just your appearance. You seem more mature now, too. And your aura. Did you level up? Tsuyoshi nods. Yeah, I helped resolve an issue between a party and a guild. That's how I met those guys from earlier. I managed to level up and get some extra funds. Here, 250 gold coins. Can you hold on to them for me? Sakura takes the gold in her hands and gasps. 250 gold coins. That's amazing. You could buy some excellent gear at an auction with this. Tsuyoshi clenches his fist. I was planning to get you some new equipment, but an auction sounds interesting. Let's check it out in the next town. Sakura's expression changes as she remembers her grudge against Kevin. You don't need to spend money on me. But if you're interested in auctions, we should definitely go. The next town has a mid-tier auction hall, and it's where the genius shaman Kevin lives. Hearing Kevin's name, Tsuyoshi suddenly remembers when he used blood sacrifice. His expression darkens. I almost forgot. I needed to meet him. In his mind, he thinks, after that last battle, I feel like stagnant blood is weighing me down, like a stone burning inside me. It must be a side effect of sacrifice. I need Kevin to heal me. Walking through the forest. Tsuyoshi and Sakura make their way through the forest, laughing occasionally. But then, Tsuyoshi suddenly notices something. His eyes narrow. FWIP. A faint slash cuts across his face. Leaves from the trees start flying toward him, too fast, too precise. Tsuyoshi frowns. What are those leaves? Shing. Sakura reacts instantly, drawing her sword and swinging it, deflecting all the incoming leaves. She yells, "Come out!" A shadowy figure appears, holding his hand in a ninja-like pose. He sneers, so there was another one hiding. Tsuyoshi and Sakura's eyes widen in shock. Up in the trees, two figures stand. They are the assassins we saw earlier, the ones talking with Naruto. One of them looks down at Tsuyoshi. You must be Tsuyoshi. The rule for skill thieves is death. The other one flicks his tongue like a snake and grins. We are from the Assassin's Guild. We have come to claim your head.